What's going on, guys? Jacob Orth back here with another video of Jacob's Life in Vegas, coming to you guys with a video that I think you guys are definitely going to like, and some good news here to Las Vegas, especially for those of you that travel here, especially for those of you that travel here multiple times a year. I think the people who come here the most often to Las Vegas are the ones that are going to be the most happy to hear this news. But several resorts here, several casinos and hotels have decided to drop their resort fee. Now, there can be certain circumstances that surround these resort fees being dropped, but there's a handful of these that I actually saw on Twitter. It was a few weeks ago I started to notice this on Twitter. I believe the first one was the SLS over at the north end of the Strip. They were the first one I saw that was offering no resort fees over there. I think you had to get a certain type of room or a certain suite or something like that, and they would drop the resort fee for you. I heard someone else on Twitter say that they stay at the Wynn and the Encore a lot, and that for people who stay there frequently, they were offering no resort fees for them. I believe Hard Rock Hotel was offering no resort fees, and I think also Cosmo was doing no resort fee, and there might have been one other who they had all these deals and specials where I think if you stayed in, a certain room, like a suite or something like that, they were getting rid of resort fees. I think some are doing it till the end of the year during the holiday season, which makes a lot of sense because, as many of you know who travel here, and I did a video about this, I'll link up here, December is probably the slowest time of year to be in Las Vegas. From Thanksgiving to about New Year's is when it's really slow here. There is the rodeo that comes to town that helps a bit when it comes to, bringing business to town. But other than that, there's not a whole lot of huge events going on during that, holiday season from Thanksgiving to New Year's. So some of these places are running specials just because it's a slow time of year. But also some of them, they're doing this no resort fee because, remember, they faced some serious backlash over this. And a lot of you showed this when I did the video earlier in the year. I think it was really end of spring going into the summertime, that I did a video, is a Las Vegas vacation too expensive? And that was the big complaint from people, is that they weren't obviously happy with all the parking fees that started just a couple years ago. They weren't happy with those coming to town because forever you've been able to park for free here in Vegas, right? That huge street right over there, arguably the most famous street in the world, you could park at any hotel and casino for free, and people who've been coming to Vegas for decades are suddenly pissed off that now they're getting charged to park there. And not only charged to park there, but that not long after they started charging for parking, they raised the parking fees at some of these places. Then other casino properties started to jump on the charging for parking. Same thing with the resort fees, that the resort fees went up again, and they went up again, and there are different places in town are charging different amounts, and sometimes the resort fee is more than the actual room cost. So I think in those videos, I even saw it from you guys in the comments. I mean, it was just comment after comment after comment, hundreds of comments of people who are upset, who are pissed off at what Vegas is doing. A lot of people who said, I come to Vegas, every year, 2 times a year, 4 times a year. I go to Vegas every other month, and they said, now I'm cutting back. I'm cutting back because they don't like the cost of coming. They don't like the room prices going up. They don't like the resort fees going up. They don't like the parking fees going up. They don't like being nickel and dime. They don't like paying so much for food. They can't get affordable food as much anymore on the Strip. So I think these hotels and casinos, they finally reached that threshold. And that's what I was talking about in that video. They're going to push and push and push until they can't get away with it anymore. Because these people who run these properties, you can say a lot of things about them. A lot of people will say they're greedy. They'll say other things that will be perceived as negative. But one thing that they're not is dumb. Okay, and they pushed and to get as much money as they possibly could, and they can't keep pushing forever. Okay, the economy's not going to be good forever, but they will push until they feel like they can't anymore, and then they will back off to try to get people to come here. They're going to listen to what the marketplace does. They're going to listen to what individuals decide to do with their money, because that's what it comes down to. If enough people decide to stop coming to Vegas and it starts to hurt their bottom line, they're going to make changes, and that's what's happening right now. So some of these places have dropped their resort fees. Either, again, depending on the circumstance and depending on how long, some of them, we don't know. But also, this is a trend I expect to continue going into 2019, because I'm thinking 2018, and these hotels especially squeezed a lot of money that they could out of people with all kinds of fees, and a lot of people were not happy with it, and they were letting these places know with their wallets. They were letting these hotels and casinos know with their wallet, they weren't happy with this. I'm going to stay home. I'm going to vacation somewhere else. I'm not going to come to Vegas. And now these big properties here are responding to that. So I think as we go into 2019, you're going to see more places that are going to be dropping resort fees, reducing resort fees. Parking fees, don't know about that. we'll see how things go, but I think they pushed pretty hard, and a lot of these hotels and casinos have realized, okay, we can't push anymore. We have to back off on this because it's starting to hurt our bottom line. It's starting to hurt our revenue when it comes to people coming here to Las Vegas. So I want to hear what you guys have to think about this. This was just something that I said noticed recently on Twitter, and it was like one property, then another, then another, then another, then another. So there's going to be more places, I think, jumping on this, lowering resort fee or getting rid of resort fee bandwagon here, just because they need to try to get some people to come back here into Las Vegas. So expect this to continue into 2019. What's going to be interesting even more is what happens, when the economy starts to go down, whether that's in a year, 2 years, whatever the case may be. If they're trying to reduce these fees now, the economy goes down, and there really not that many people come to Las Vegas. They're probably going to have to reduce it even more. It's just my speculation right now. So tell me what you guys think about this. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys will support me over on Patreon, link down below. You can support me on Patreon. I'm actually writing personal thank you notes to people who support me over on Patreon. You'll get a handwritten thank you note from me if you donate to me monthly over on Patreon. If you're coming here on vacation or you're moving to Las Vegas, you need some help, you need some consulting about places to go, places to live, help finding a job, things like that, link down below in Clarity. You can do that as well. Thanks for watching this video, guys. That's it. I'm Jacob. This is My Life in Vegas.